Welcome to Vibrational Revelations. My name is Elena.
My name is Alejandro.
And we have a very interesting topic for you. To break it up, we have fascinating themes, and so many people are feeling deep connection to whether you feel you're an indigo child, starseed, or crystal child. Now, today, part one of the series, we're going to dive deep into crystal children. What does it mean? What is their mission? And of course, we're going to reveal to you the vibrational frequencies and levels of consciousness. But before we do that, first, I want to say thank you so much for joining us right here on YouTube. If you're not familiar with our work, we welcome you. Please make sure that you download Vibrational Frequencies of Awakening Scale. I'll post a link in the comment section or the description section. If you're looking for a personalized vibrational frequency analysis PDF, Alejandro and I have been offering and doing this work for now. This is our 6th year doing this. You're welcome to book your own vibrational frequency analysis PDF. We also have a very special global community of like-minded people who are interested in investigating the nature of our reality, diving deep into the different layers of consciousness, whether we are revealing vibrational frequencies of ancient civilizations, or perhaps what we're doing today, diving deep into that, or public figures, political figures, organizations, you name it, we have done it. We welcome you to join Vibrational Revelations membership community, and we're offering it currently at $111 a year, which is actually 65% off because the original price is $333 a year. All right, let's begin. Crystal children. So we found actually some really interesting information, and I'll read it to you. We've uncovered something truly extraordinary. There's currently 12,000 crystal children on Earth, incarnated from the 9th dimension. Now, this is based on the work that Alejandro and I have done, and we're going to dive deep into it together with you. Each dimension has a specific vibrational frequency. This is, again, very different than density, so don't confuse the two. And it might seem like a small number, but in a world of 8 billion people, they make up just 0.00015% of the global population. Yet their presence is profoundly impactful in shifting humanity towards higher states of consciousness. So who are crystal children? They're here to anchor pure love, harmony, and higher frequency energies. Their mission is to activate higher states of consciousness and guide humanity into a new era of enlightenment, or what we also like to call illumination. Or perhaps this is ushering in the Aquarian age as well. Some of the key traits for crystal children. And again, crystal children doesn't mean that they're babies. Of course, it could be babies, it could be teenagers, but perhaps you are a 60-year-old or a 40-year-old, and most likely you could also be a crystal child. So some of the key traits for crystal children are highly intuitive, empathic, and spiritually advanced, deeply connected to nature, animals, and the elements, radiate unconditional love and inner peace, have strong telepathic and psychic abilities, drawn to sacred geometry, energy healing, and vibrational frequencies work.
That's excellent.
Yes.
You read part of my part, but sharing is caring. It's
Oh,
supposed to be.
oh, sorry.
It's okay. You do it.
I just love
I
this
like this
topic. I think it's so great that we're diving into it. And also, just before you continue, if I may, I'm sure there's many people who are joining us here in the community who probably have felt very different your whole life, right? So this is why we decided to do this series, because we don't want you to feel like you're alone, and there's many others just like you We're all spread out around the world, whether you're a crystal child, indigo child, or starseed. I'm sure you've had this curious nature about yourself, but also one thing I know is perhaps these are all of the gifts you've had with you your whole life, but you thought this was normal. Well, apparently not everyone has those gifts. So if you have those gifts, pay close attention.
Yes, and also many have experienced inhibition in a way of feeling that they're the only ones, and it wasn't safe to share what they were experiencing because they looked around and
They didn't want to be bullied,
at
right?
first they thought, right, that it was the norm, that everyone is experiencing the same things, but then no, doesn't seem like anyone is sharing what your experience is, and then somehow you decide to remain unseen or keep that to yourself so you don't come across as weird as many people tend
woo, you're into woo stuff,
right, exactly, right? Many people tend to say that when they don't understand something. But
humanity's ready. I think
now
this is
yes.
becoming a language which is seen more and more. So
Definitely, because people are more open and willing to explore it, at least, right? Now, so challenges they face or they might face: sensitivity to harsh environments, chemicals, and technology, difficulty adjusting to structured systems such as education, work, etc. Often feel misunderstood or out of place in society, and may struggle with finding their purpose in a world that doesn't yet fully recognize their gifts.
the other thing I wanted to say that also, because I just released a blog on this topic, that food sensitivities, that crystal children tend to have a lot of food sensitivities. So I find that that was interesting. It was one of the common themes. Now, the sacred connection to ancient civilizations and star systems. I'm sure many of you who have been exploring different galaxies, different star systems. Perhaps you've had different astrologers give you an astrological reading. I know that for us, we've had Babylonian astrology, someone like Rumen, which we have an interview with him here on this channel as well. We've talked to Lada and several others who have given us information of which star systems we came from. So this might be another interesting addition to crystal children and their origins.
Elena, by the way, comes from Sirius.
No, it was
I
Cygnus.
come from. Are you serious?
Okay. All right. Yes, sometimes. Okay, so the sacred connection to ancient civilizations and star systems, crystal children are often linked to ancient wisdom and cosmic origins. Many resonate with the Pleiades, known for their loving, healing energy. The Pleiadians are believed to guide crystal children in their mission to light and harmony. The next is Cygnus, which is the swan constellation, and the one in there is Deneb. Actually, based on my astrology, this is where I came from. Some crystal children feel a soul connection to Deneb, one of the brightest stars in the Cygnus constellation. So it's a bird constellation, believed to have played a role in humanity's spiritual evolution. The next one is Lemuria, a lost civilization where unconditional love and harmony were the foundation of life. Many crystal children may have had past lives in Lemuria, bringing back its wisdom to assist Earth ascension. And then, of course, the next one is Göbekli Tepe. I'm curious how many of you have heard of that place. I know we are excited to go. This year we're going to Turkey. And we're taking 25 souls to Turkey. Alejandro and I have been twice, so this will be our third time going, but we've never been to Göbekli Tepe. So we do have a couple of spots left. If you want to join, please make sure you sign up as quickly as possible, because literally only a couple of spots are left. We have an amazing group. All right, so Göbekli Tepe, the ancient site, often considered the world's first temple, aligns with cosmic energies and higher consciousness. Some believe that crystal children are reincarnated souls from the past advanced civilizations like Göbekli Tepe, here to reactivate Earth's ancient spiritual grid. Now, one thing I wanted to say also about it, that from all of the things that I've read, is Göbekli Tepe is aligned with the Cygnus constellation. So I also find it very interesting. And many different sites, actually all the ancient sites, have origins with different and alignments with different constellations, whether it's the Orion Belt or the Pleiades, like in Saqqara Desert in Egypt we've been. So there's so much to explore, so much to learn, and so much to connect to. Now, what is the mission for crystal children? To help raise the collective vibration or collective consciousness by embodying the divine light, guide humanity towards higher consciousness and unity, which is also very much related to this theme of the Aquarian age, activate and awaken dormant DNA codes within others. Also interesting, because we have a product that's called the DNA salt, which is all about activating the dormant aspects of your DNA, facilitate the harmonization of energy fields across the planet, and reconnect Earth with its ancient spiritual heritage. While you do that, I'm going to pull up. This is the DNA salt we're talking about. We actually just rebranded it. It has a brand new label.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Magenta,
So
magenta and
beautiful
gold.
and so powerful.
Yes.
It truly is. We've done quite a few experiments, right, to confirm that.
Yeah, live blood analysis and biowell technology. So actually, we just gave it. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
We just gave the salt. We were in Miami for a conference on regenerative medicine, and we gave it to one of the physicians who actually owns a lab company, True Diagnostics, and we asked him if he would work with the salt for a month and then test and see his age, if it changes, and all the other parameters. He said he would do it. So we're looking forward to the results. It just happened a couple of days ago where we gave him the DNA salt.
Exactly. And we can have another experiment
Yes.
added to the list. The awakening is happening, and it is happening now as we speak. Crystal children are here to remind us of our divine potential and interconnectedness. Their presence is a gift to the world, showing us the way toward love, unity, and multidimensional awareness. They play a crucial role in co-creating the new Earth through their high vibrational frequency energy, which is evident if you ever come across a crystal children, you will feel the difference. You will feel the resonance and the alignment and their magnetism as well, because you're about to
yes,
find out exactly where they stand vibrationally, frequency or vibrationally speaking. Yes. It's fascinating.
Yes. All right. And perhaps you or someone you know could be part of this 9th dimensional wave of crystal children. And also just tune in. How do you feel? If you suspect that perhaps you are, or it could be your loved ones, your friends, your children, could be crystal children. Just take a note of How do you feel in their presence? Because it's all about presence. Vibration is not about impressing someone. It's really embodying it to the fullest.
Yes, and it's all about the feeling, and that is the guidance system that we have to pay attention to. And I will say that even if the numbers or the frequencies that you are experiencing at the moment are not aligned or similar to the numbers we're about to share with you, it doesn't mean that you're not a crystal child, because you could be, well, most of us go through ups and downs, yes, and it takes a while to transcend to another level of consciousness. It is based on the dominant emotion, and for that, it takes practice of
But I
activating
think it's a lot easier
that
for people
emotional.
who incarnate as crystal children to activate that and to embody that. So just keep that in mind, that perhaps you have some of those aspects within you. And these frequencies that we're about to reveal to you are going to remind you of the beauty that exists in each and every one of us.
Exactly. So
Here we are. The vibrational frequency of crystal children. Now, this is, again, collective consciousness. So there's total, what we've discovered is 12,000 of them around the globe. So again, this is collective consciousness. Does it mean they're all exactly those numbers? Absolutely not. It's just like we've done in the past episodes, collective consciousness of humanity in different parts of the world. So does it mean everyone is that frequency? No, but this is just collectively where the crystal children are. Okay?
collectively, of the around 12,000 that exist in this reality in the world at this moment.
Yes. So overall vibrational frequency is 900. Again, this is scaled from 0 to 1,000. 900 is the frequency of illumination. So they're embodying this overall frequency of raising the consciousness, right? They're here to illuminate humanity's path to new earth. They incarnated at a frequency of 950 also. Such unusual numbers. I mean, most of you have been with us for years. You've heard all kinds of revelations. These are unusual, right? And their frequency at birth was 900, overall 900. Health they view through the lens of 700, which is also a frequency of illumination. Connection to mind is 800, very high frequency. Connection to body is 700. Connection to soul is 950. By the way, these numbers are completely out of the norm, just so you know. And please reference back a lot of the videos that we have done in the past, and this will give you definite insights into how different these beings are. Now, connection to soul at 950, I don't even remember if we've done anyone with those numbers.
Very few.
Very few. Finances, 600. And we talk about that. Finance, frequency for finance is actually a frequency for money. Whatever you assign that money to be, right? The currency of money is 600. That's being in this flow state. So they have no resistance. It's a frequency of 600. Creativity is 950. So they create from a place of illumination. So remember, what is creativity? When you can connect to your childlike essence and let that childlike essence inspire and guide you, and you take action based on that. So I would say they're probably masters in that realm. Relationships they view through the lens of 700, which is illumination. Relationship to themselves is 700. Relationship to others is 700. Personal growth. We always say that personal growth, in most cases, for most people, regardless of what your frequency is, it is your guiding light. There's two elements, I would say, that is able to help shift your frequency, and keep that in mind. It's creativity, because you want to connect to what brings you joy and inspires you. And the other element is personal growth. So personal growth for crystal children is 1,000. Again, we're saying the word children. You can be an adult crystal child. 1,000, there's no resistance. They came here straight from source to bring and anchor this new earth energy in. It's perhaps the Aquarian age energy in. Philanthropy is the art of sharing and giving. It's a frequency of 800. Service to self is 800. Service to others, 800. So also the illumination frequency. Intuition overall is 975. And I would say it's probably what makes them super sensitive. Crystal children are super sensitive because they're so in tune. Clairaudience is 900. Clairsentience, feeling in the body, is 975. Clairvoyance is 1,000. So they have the ability to just see things with absolute clarity. And it makes me also wonder, I can't remember, there's a lady that teaches children how to read blindfolded, and they're able to literally read books with having blindfolds over their eyes. Perhaps you guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm sure it's linked to this, the clairvoyance of 1,000, that you don't actually have to look in a book, you can see with having your eyes closed. All right, claircognizance is 975 as well. So they have this deep inner knowing. IQ, the intelligence quotient, is 400. So the average IQ for humanity is 175. They have it at 400. Emotional quotient, or EQ, is 900. So they're highly evolved. We always talk about how emotional quotient is so powerful. It's much more powerful than our intellect. It's the processor, I will say, that connects us to the higher dimensions, higher states of consciousness. So they're able to anchor that through their hearts, through their EQ. Social quotient is 350, which I also find interesting, right? The 350, it has to do with more of accepting the reality, accepting the interactions, but perhaps much more introverted than extroverted, right? Based on all the other frequencies, I would say that crystal children tend to be more introverted, or perhaps needing more time to rest, to be able to recalibrate and adjust to the outer world.
It's also linked to receptivity.
Yes.
So very receptive too, right?
Yeah. Adversity quotient is 400, which is also quite unusual. So in challenging times, they tend to have reasoning and analytical approach versus perhaps being agitated and aggressive or fearful. So there is that element of reasoning that plays a role.
Yes, so we go down into percentages, but before we do that, I would like to remind you that the numbers that Elena just shared represent the filters, as she mentioned earlier. The one activates when processing the information that has been brought to, in this case, to your field of perception, right? To one's field of perception. The higher the number, the lower the level of resistance. Then, therefore, there is more flow of divine intelligence, because we're all connected to source, to God, to the universe. No one is more connected than the other or less connected than the other. The only difference is what filters one is activating when processing the information that is flowing, that they're able to perceive, and how they deliver it and they integrate it in their journey. So again, the better one feels, the higher the vibrational frequency, therefore the lower the level of resistance. So as we learn that we are really the captains of our own boat, and we have the ability to exercise our free will. And with experience, we'll learn how capable we are to discern exactly what resonates and what is in alignment with us and what could be integrated in our journey. So it's important to pay attention and be guided by your inner guidance. Now we go into percentages. In the joy, so how much they are enjoying the role that they're playing in this reality, it is 96%, which is really truly amazing. No, from 1 up to 100% be the maximum. The next one is in the ego. This is how much they rely on information, their belief system, their programming, and it is 71%.
Such an unusual number as well.
Yes, very unusual, because most people tend to attach to their belief system. Yes, and that often prevents I will say, one is less willing to explore the unknown, and it is too attached to the known, that which has been experienced and is currently being experienced. Yes.
Yeah, majority of humanity, just out of curiosity, if you haven't seen our previous episodes, are in the 90s. So that's why I said it's very unusual that it's
Yes.
in the 70s.
And again, the ego is just information. It's not good or bad, negative or positive, right or wrong. It's just information. Within the ego, we have two types of versions of the ego, or types of thoughts. The thoughts that give you the sense that whatever it is you're doing might not be good enough, or whatever you've done might not be good enough. And that is linked to the inferior version of the ego. And for the crystal children, it's 67%. Now, the difference would be 67 minus 100%, and there's 33% in the superior version of the ego for them.
So what we've also noticed is when it's closer to 50%, it becomes more balanced. And with some of the famous, you can say, world teachers that have come, whether it's Yeshua or Buddha or Mary Magdalene, they all had this 50-50 as far as ego. So it was much more balanced than the rest of humanity. So that's why I said this is also unusual numbers.
Yes. In the now, how much time they are experiencing being fully present, being in the present moment, it is 93%. Self-awareness is 94%. Also, they're very well self-aware. Clarity, 96%. Also, this
Clear about their mission.
Yes, from 90% and above are healthy numbers. And this is in relation to the current level of consciousness that they are experiencing, which is at 900. Yes, very little resistance between 900 and 1000 as the maximum vibrational frequency for the human experience. Now we go into integrity. Integrity is just really how loyal and faithful they are to their core values and beliefs. Yes, and it is 100% for them. Integrity to self is 100%, and integrity with others or to others is also 100%. Alignment with divine purpose, 100%. This is how well they're playing the divine role they decided to play before they dropped into this reality, before they incarnated.
Their soul's mission.
Yes, their soul's mission, how aligned they are with what their soul wants to experience. Alignment with personal purpose is 80%. Now, I wonder, it just came to me, I wonder what percentage of the um, estimate number that we have given as 12,000 using out of 8 billion, right, are experiencing autism or Asperger's.
I actually thought about that. I actually thought about not just autism, just different.
Mhm.
I actually thought about ADD and ADHD.
Exactly.
That's what came to me earlier when we were testing this. And I thought, I wonder, because as I've mentioned earlier, their way of learning is not linear, and it's more experiential. So this is why I think that we're seeing so many systems breaking down as well, because education system is not working, and the way children are learning, they're trying to be placed in one box and expected to do the same thing, just like everybody else, and every child learns different.
Yes.
But anyway, that's what came to me that's interesting. You said it, we did not discuss it. I thought ADHD and
That's what could be one of the
ADD,
two. Yeah.
those are the two that came very clearly to me.
Yes, yes. Autism will be also one of them.
I don't think autism will be crystal children, because we've tested autistic kids in the past, and I've worked with
we've done a human collective for autistic kids around the
no,
world.
but we've had
No.
individuals, but I feel they're different group.
Mhm.
But anyway, we can have a whole other discussion for that. We should probably do a test to see collectively where children with autism are.
Yes, definitely. Well, the 12,000 could be in any
Yeah, but I think that's
Any-
going to be a whole other
right.
category. Mm.
Now, because it's not about the actual experience, and it is not the experience that we're accustomed to witness. So it could be in anywhere, right? It could be having experiences that for us we think it is limited, but for them it is actually the experience, like it is for all of us if we look at it from a higher perspective. And so it will be important to dive into it.
Mhm.
Now, what I wanted to share is that, yes, as Elena mentioned, it is difficult for them to comply or follow the norm that entails a lot of limiting beliefs and limitations overall. Although we see a lot of people rebelling
Mhm.
because of the same situation, especially the last couple of the latest two generations. The thing is that because they're experiencing different levels of consciousness, different vibrational frequencies, when it comes to the frequencies of awakening and scale, their reactions are different. And the more abrupt, the more resistance they are exuding, the more resistance they are expressing. Therefore, the lower the level of consciousness they are participating in, playing in, operating from. So I wanted to share that because it's important for all of us to understand. And of course, we have to pull judgment out of the equation. So now that we have gaining more awareness with what we are sharing, then gives us the ability to understand them from a higher perspective, and to be able to have a broader perspective and see the bigger picture, so we can recognize the solutions as of how we can support one
them
another.
the best way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a very interesting conversation. Perhaps it's not really linked to crystal children, but with one of my sons, he said to me, he's working, and he said, Mom, there's a difference between my generation and the previous generations. And I said, what is it? He said, you guys worked nonstop. You gave your life to your job, and our generation wants to work, but we also value the quality of life, which it's incredible because he's only 21 years old and he's like, it doesn't make sense to give your life away and work, 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 and not enjoy every moment of your day. And I thought, yeah, you're right.
Yes, and
And
that could be looked at just as a priority, because
yeah,
even if you work 40 hours, 50 hours, or 60 hours a week, if you keep that in mind and remind yourself as often as possible that that is really the most important thing, that you're enjoying your journey. So you can
that's
experience that even during work hours. It doesn't have to be waiting, to go on vacation once a year and just enjoying it to the fullest while you're on vacation only for 1, 2, 4 weeks. I think is what most people take.
I think in US it's only 1 week.
Okay.
You can't take off more than a week.
It seems like it.
It's
So
very different than if you're in Europe or other parts of the world.
exactly. But either way, it's important to recognize that it is all about the way you feel, and no one is going to take the time, because they're dealing with they're dealing with their own journey, is to pay attention to the way you feel and remind yourself that it's about, we all came here to experience joy, freedom, and expansion.
Yes, but today is about crystal children. I just want to make sure we stay on tact. It's very important because this topic is so important to touch on.
Yes.
I think we finished with the
Now,
next is compassion.
when it comes to compassion, is 100%. Compassion to others or with others is also 100%. So they're fully compassionate. Empathy is 100%. Energy purity, this is an indicator that tells you how much they're embodying the current level of consciousness that they're currently experiencing, which is the 900. And it is 100%. So they're embodying it to the fullest. Excuse me. Dimension. When it comes to dimensions, usually what we measure the most is the fifth dimension. And in this case, due to their vibrational frequencies, as you've seen, they're higher than most, we measured how much time they're experiencing the ninth dimension. And it's 100% all the time. It's truly fascinating. And just so you know that we have measured the vibrational frequencies for each of the 13 dimensions. And 1000 is the 13th dimension, the highest. And they are experiencing the vibrational frequency of 1000 when it comes to the aspect of personal growth, especially. And clairvoyance is also 1000. So they also could, without a doubt, they're experiencing
They
the
can
13th
pull
dimension
information
in and
from
out.
higher realms, and that's why it's anchoring higher realms into our earth, but it's really creating new earth through other dimensions that
Yes.
they're playing in all these different realities at the same time.
They're showing us different points of references. The others, those that are paying attention, can use as an example in order to experience higher consciousness, higher levels of consciousness. Yes.
Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. We're going to dive into 2 other episodes. And remember, if you are wanting to activate higher states of consciousness, DNA Salt is an incredible ally for that. And we welcome you also to join Vibrational Revelations.
Yes.
Be
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you.